Dominic, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to another review, another episode, season 2, episode 6 of the Walking Dead. Hope you guys are doing well. It is called Secret. There's a lot of secret that we're going to be talking about, but we're in the know. So let me tell you the secret. Let me tell you the thesis. So first off, we know that the zombies are being fed. So the first scene we see is of Carl and Lori just chilling, just talking, and then we have another scene of Patricia who's killing a bird, essentially to feed the zombie in the barn. So yeah, two different worlds, yet a single barn. No, I'm trying to be deep, but it's not deep. We have Glenn and Maggie, because Glenn he told the people about no, no, sorry. So we got sorry, apologies. This is a big fuck up. Maggie asked Glenn, please, don't tell people about the people in the barn, about the monster in the barn. And he's like, I can't lie, I'm gonna fuck up. He's like, please, 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 do this for me. He's like, my girl, I'm gonna hook you up. You know, he didn't really say that, but that's what I would have said because I'm a gangster, right? We have the Lori. The boys are planning to do a raid for Sophia, right? So technically, they're planning a raid, and the raid as such, they're gonna take. It's funny because Rick and Shane are planning a raid, but at the very end, no, they do go. I was gonna say something else, but they do go. Sorry, I see it this morning. I took some notes, but still, the notes are very minimal. We got a scene where Carly wants to learn to shoot, right? And he's asking Shane, "Can you help me out?" Because Shane he takes care of the second Lori told him to stay. Carl and Shane relationship was back on. Shane is like the school uncle. And when you're afraid to ask your parents something, but you said you asked your uncle if you could do it. And he's asking Shane, can you train? And Shane actually tells, "Nah, that's not up to me, though, man. Can I ask your parents?" So he steals a gun, which is the wrong way to go at, because Shane he noticed right away the guy's holding a gun, right? And then they get mad at him. So why did you want to shoot? And then he wants to shoot, and then he actually says, "I wanna look for Sophia. I wanna protect the camp," which is amazing, right? And it's about taking his part. And then we got Lori who's against it because it's a little boy, you know. She's not wrong. She's a mom. At the end of the day, she's a mom. And Rick is like, nah, nah, nah. We have a choice between him being afraid of the gun and him not being afraid of the gun. He just got shot. Let him not be afraid. Let him understand how a gun work. Plus, there's gonna be a time where I'm gonna have to show him regardless. Might as well show him now as he can save lives. So basically, what's going on right now is they have a lot of bullets and they have a lot of weapons. So might as well take advantage of the situation. Again, the fact that Carl's it's like, yo, I really want to protect Sophia. I really want to protect the camp. I want to be a good part. I know it's not a toy. I want to be part of the safety. And you can tell that he's honest, right? And it does feel that. You know, this is my perception. And it's coming from the comic itself. The second Rick gave Carl his sheriff hat, um, Carl became more serious about it. It was like, oh, this act means something. I'm gonna have to honor it, and that is something that's wonderful, you know. So we have that. We have the to stay, Glen Light. Yeah. So, and the best thing is about that scene is that we know that Rick and Shane are having the disagreement, right? And there is the first time Rick like actually saying good about Shane. He's like, yo, he's the best instructor I know. He's taught kid that was younger than Carl. If somebody can teach Carl, I would like it to be Shane. And that must be really sweet for Shane to hear. Then they're going on a raid. Glenn asks to stay. Glenn asks Dale. And in this episode, again, I used to hate Dale. But maybe because I'm growing up, maybe because I'm getting older, more mature. Dale is becoming more and more of a character I enjoy. And Glenny, I told you guys, Glenn and Dale had a good relationship. So Glenn lied, and Dale covered for him. And then he said, "Okay, yeah, I lied for you, but now you're gonna have to explain to me why we lied." So Glenn is like, "Okay, well, this is the truth." Tells him about the barn. He tells him about Lori being pregnant. Now, the Lori being pregnant Dale already knew because of his wife and the fact that we're gonna see that later in the episode. But he already knew. Now the barn, he's zombie in a barn, and it's kind of cool because of the way Dale deal with this information. And again, Dale doesn't right away freak out. He's like, okay, you tell me it's good. And Dale, you see that Glenn is freaking out. And if Dale freaked out, there's two people that are freaking out. They don't know what to do. They don't know the sensible thing to do. So the fact that we have two characters who are at the opposite, they can kind of come and play off that. So it's kind of cool. I did really enjoy that. Right. During the practice shooting, we have a couple of good shooters, but Andrea is clearly the good shot. She is amazing, and it's it's cool, but sad at the same time because spoiler, spoiler. If you didn't hear, don't watch the rest of the video. Basically, Andrea being a good shot doesn't serve any purpose. Like, she's gonna become a really fucking good shot, but then in season 3, like, she dies, or in season 2. The real plan here, the real plan, come. The real plan here was to make Andrea a badass. But they decided to make Carol a badass. So I believe that the badass we see in Carol was supposed to be Andrea. Just a food for thought, right? And if you know how Andrea died, because she was with the governor, and the governor is a kind of guy that's unstable, just like Ed was, so it would be in Carol's interest to be just like that, right? So again, super moment. We got Andrea is the best. See, we got a nice moment between Rick and Carl where Carl gets a shot and said, "Look, Dad," and his dad's like, "Yeah, good job," and he can tell he's proud. So that was a really sweet moment. I actually really fucking loved that we didn't get enough of Carol and Sophia to say, "Oh, they have a good relationship," but the relationship between Carl with his father is amazing. Even with his mom, the beginning of the episode, they're playing with each other, and Carl's like a sweet kid. Carl's like a really sweet kid. Which is good. And at the end of the day, you need a sweet kid, right? We got the Beth, Dale. We have a moment with Dale and Urshel, and Dale is smart. He knows that the barn, there's a zombie in the barn, and he goes to see Urshel, and he's like, "Yo, I took a trip around your farm just to explore, and I heard the moan from the barn." And then Urshel was like, "Nah, I'm sorry that you hear that. I would prefer if you keep it for yourself." And he says, "Oh, I heard the media and the reports of the people." And Urshel actually says something that's really sensitive. He said people with schizophrenia are sick. You don't kill them. Those people are sick. We don't kill them. And Dale's like, just okay. I understand that you don't want to kill them, but again, Urshel is coming with sensitive thoughts, and Dale is also coming with a sensitive thought, which is basically like, "Yo, bro, let's make it a barn more secure, so you get what you want and we get what we want, right?" And it would make sense, but sadly it doesn't work out. And then we learn that there in the barn there's this wife and there's Maggie brother, and we remember in a scene. It is sad. It's so sad because in another episode, which is last episode, we saw Maggie pointing on the fridge, her mom and her brother, and the reason why she pointed those two was because they were still in the barn, so she still had to see them every day, but Monster. So it's kind of really sad. We got the so sick but still human. She tells Lori, nice, and then Lori she said, "Hey, thank you to Urshel for having us," and tells her you have to leave. And people are hating on Urshel to people are hating Urshel for kicking them out. The issue with Urshel is he trusts Rick, right? He trusts a lot of people in the group. But he doesn't trust some. It's like he doesn't want to put Rick in a position where he has to kick some people out, right? Like, for example, he doesn't trust Shane. He doesn't trust. He possibly doesn't trust Glenn because he's fucking your daughter, right? Things like that. So yes, that's actually pretty cool. They have to leave. And just she thinks she's the best. Get some extra training, which is basically going to find Sophia. So they go into the wood, and then Shane gave her a training with a moving practice. No, he gave her practice with a moving target, and he's pushing her, and trying to make her emotional, mad. And then we understand why he does that. and then he brings up her sister, what was dead, and then he's emotional, and she tells him, "You're emotional and you can shoot," and you can see sheer rage in Shane's face as he shoot a moving target. He says, "The difference is I can get as emotional as I want. I'm still able to hit the target," which is complete fucking facts, and it feels so good to see Shane like. Even though you're seeing the true Shane, you see him how he's mad and how everything that's not going well, and then you're like, wait, that makes sense. That makes sense that it's like that, right? So we have this scene which is phenomenal. We got Beth extra training pushing her Shane, so emotional but precise. Laurie tells Rick that she asked him what he planning to leave, and he's like, bro, let me handle it. And again, they have the thought where Laurie, she's trying to push Urshel to say, hey, we need you, we need you, we need you. And Rick's like, no, 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 give him space. And again, until we do one of the both, we don't know which one is right. So maybe Laurie's right, maybe Rick is right, who knows? The issue here is like you have no fucking idea, and no matter what you do, one is right, one is wrong. Right? There's always like a good approach. With somebody there's always a bad approach with somebody. The best approach to me would be for Maggie to ask him. But Maggie is gonna be mad because Glenn told Dale, Dale told her father, so the father blame Maggie. Right? Which is something we see later in the episode. Right? We got pushing her, so practice Rick they have to leave. She didn't apologize. Yeah, apologize to Andrea, right? Dale, he knows about Lori being pregnant, and it's kind of cool because again, Dale's a fucking legend. She gets nauseous, and then he asks her, "Oh, I remember my wife. She used to love meat, and when it cooked, she became nauseous, just like you." So he knows thanks to Glenn, but it make it seem like he doesn't know thanks to Glenn, right? And Lori, she's very selfish in this episode. A lot of people are hating her, but still, right? We have afraid baby. Oh yeah, nice. Laurie, she's afraid that the baby won't know happiness. She tells Dale that the baby will only know that sadness and the apocalypse. Then again, happiness. Your happiest moments coming from people. People don't necessarily change. You're still gonna be able to have good moments. If you look at the show at the end, there's still some great moments, and they're in the apocalypse, right? There's one happiness. Maggie mad at Glenn. Maggie, she's mad at Glenn, and she tells him, uh, it's amazing. It's amazing because Maggie like Glenn first saying, "Hey, you said I asked you for your advice. I asked you for your trust." And Glenn's like, "Yeah, you understand they're not sick, right?" And then she admit that her mother and her brother are still there. That's why she's scared about them. She see the list, and what I don't know what happened here. What I think happened is she she had plan B, right? Plan B for Lori for her to give up on the baby, and then Glenn probably didn't know what that meant because he's a dude, and then Maggie saw that they're just like, oh, you must be kidding. Maggie gets attacked, right? And by getting attacked, it's kind of cool because she understands that they're not human. She understands how crazy they is. She see Glenn hitting him and fucking a shot that should be killing him, and he's still standing, right? And there's an amazing scene when they're coming back. Oh man! So Maggie, she's mad at Maggie get attacked. She's mad at Laurie. She's like, we risk our life, and it's an amazing scene. Lauren Conrad plays beautifully. Maggie plays beautifully. She's like, she's not mad at Laurie for asking Glenn to make a sacrifice. She's mad at asking for Glenn to take a stupid risk, getting abortion pills. And there's another cool scene. Maggie gives her. Oh my God, this show is amazing. She gives her prenatal vitamin, which is to make the baby stronger. And it's basically asking your choice. It's basically like the Matrix. You're taking the blue pill or the red pill. You're taking the abortion pill or you're taking the vitamin pills. They don't tackle the subject of pro-life, pro-abortion, because I don't think they need to. I don't need. They need to. Um, I don't think they needed to approach that in this episode, right? Maybe later down the line. Who knows? Um, like then Maggie new. Okay, pills. Okay, nice. Attack Maggie mad Lori. Glenn didn't know the pills. Maggie work. She's worried about Glenn. Yeah, like I said in previous, it's amazing how you can see that there's a beautiful moment where Maggie. We don't know how she feel about Glenn. She's still mad, and then they get in trouble. Maggie kissed him. It's like it's making me emotional. She kissed him, and she's like, "You're fucking stupid." You're risking your life for these people. You're not even gonna say thank you. They take you for granted. You're so fucking stupid. I don't want to be. I lost my mom. I lost my brother. I'm not gonna lose you. And that's why she never let herself love Glenn. And to me, Maggie and fucking Glenn are the best couple in the show. We got didn't know the pills. Maggie worked. Glenn got Shane and Anja who going to a house, and we're seeing how different people kind of try to survive and just overrun. And it's really a good scene because Anja there's a zombie that coming in front of her, and she panics and she lose focus and she lose the gun. And Shane, he said, "I have your back." And he has the gun pointed, and he's waiting for the zombie to be a couple of inch. And Anja she doesn't know he's gonna really shoot, so this is her chance to kill the first zombie. And once she killed the first zombie, you see a complete shift. She's not afraid to kill anymore. So Shane did train a wonderful like shooter, which is a big plus for the team. And again, Rick didn't do shit. Shane did, right? So important to know. Beat fear, Jab beat fear, Glenn, Lori. Yeah, if I'm talking I'm talking for the vitamins. And Glenn actually does the sensible thing here, saying, "Hey, we're friends. Please do the right thing." And the right thing isn't to leave the baby alive. The right thing isn't to tell like Lori, yo, don't abort. It's like, yo, this is a decision you should be true to make. Don't make that right decision. Ask Rick for his advice. Ask Rick for his opinion, which is completely right here, right? So that was kind of cool. We got the Anja and Shane the fuck, which is a possible relationship, and that was important because Shane technically stayed for Lori. So if Andrea would have been a love interest for Shane, then maybe they can all live happily with each other, right? That was a good thing. Got Shane there. Ricky, see, then the moment you always been waiting for. Rick didn't know she was pregnant. Rick see the pills, and you know she took some because the pills has just been opened. There's a couple missing, so it's really fucking cool that we're seeing this because again, Rick had no idea of what was going on. It's like, yo, you didn't ask me, you don't think, and then again, this is basically the question of abortion versus pro-life, and he's like, why didn't you ask me? You don't get to decide if the kids live. And she's like, yo, they're not gonna know happiness. He's like, you don't even give it a chance to find happiness. And then she said, it might be Shane. And Rick's like, I knew it might be Shane, but I don't care. I'm still gonna treat it as my daughter. And then Lori, she take the pill, but she threw them up, right? So the fact that she threw them up, do I forgive her? Do I not forgive her? I don't know. It's not up to me to decide. I know a lot of people, they were mad at Lori, but at the end of the day, you know, she was worried and shot Carl just got shot. We just play. So am I mad at that Lori? No. Do I think it was selfish? Yes. Do I think Rick was more sensitive here? Yes. Am I pro-life or abortion? I don't fucking know. I've never been I've never been in a situation where I had to choose. Right? That's basically the episode. So solid episode, a lot of stuff going on, like a lot of stuff. It's crazy to me how much stuff happened in the first couple season. Check it out. As always, I love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.